Somewhere under 90 million years of rock, a broken bone is still telling the truth. Not every dinosaur died the way you think. Some were killed by rivals twice their size. Some were killed by their own family. And some, the biggest, strongest animals to ever walk the planet, were killed by something you'd never expect. Weather, poison, even a bacteria too small to see. This is what the fossils actually prove. Not myths, not guesses, evidence carved straight into bone. This is the Kem River system, North Africa, 97 million years ago. And wading through it is the largest predatory dinosaur science has ever confirmed. Longer than a city bus, a sail on its back taller than a grown adult. Spinosaurus. For decades, paleontologists pictured it as an oversized land predator. Then the fossil evidence changed the story completely. In 2008, a CT scan of a Spinosaurus skull revealed a dense network of tiny holes and internal chambers running along its snout, nearly identical to the pressure-sensing organs found in crocodiles today. This wasn't a land hunter that occasionally waded into water. This was an animal built to hunt with its face half submerged, detecting prey it couldn't even see. But even an animal this size wasn't untouchable. Sharing its territory was a land-based killer with a very different weapon. Not size, but a bite engineered for slicing. Carcharodontosaurus, a name that literally means shark-toothed lizard. Its blade-like teeth weren't built to crush bone. They were built to open wounds fast and let an animal bleed out. When these two crossed paths over a kill, neither outcome was guaranteed. And in 2008, researchers found proof that at least once that standoff turned violent. A single Spinosaurus vertebra was recovered from the rock. Its bony spine snapped clean in half. The shape of that break matched only one possible weapon: teeth built exactly like Carcharodontosaurus's. Even the biggest predator that ever lived could be brought down mid-fight. But Spinosaurus's real downfall wasn't a rival. It was the planet itself. As global sea levels rose, the rivers and swamps it depended on began vanishing, and a specialist built for water had nowhere left to hunt. Not every fossil is a story of power. Some are stories of survival on a knife's edge. Meet Microraptor, barely the size of a crow, but built unlike almost anything alive today. Fossils preserve its feathers in stunning detail, long, veined, aerodynamically shaped, and running down all four limbs. It couldn't flap and power itself upward like a bird. It didn't have the chest muscles for it. But by tucking its back legs out and to the sides, Microraptor became one of the most efficient gliders in the animal kingdom, trading altitude for distance in long, silent arcs through the canopy. But it wasn't the only thing in these trees that could fly. Sinornithosaurus, bigger, faster, and just as agile, turned Microraptor from hunter into hunted. And here's the cruel twist. The same feathers that made Microraptor a master of the air made it almost helpless on the ground. It could barely walk, let alone run. And in 2009, a study of Sinornithosaurus's teeth revealed something researchers didn't expect: long grooves running down each tooth, strikingly similar to the venom delivery grooves found in the Gila monster today. Scientists even identified a pocket near the jaw that may have held a venom gland, positioned to feed directly into those grooves. If confirmed, this wouldn't just be a fast, feathered hunter, it would be one of the only venomous dinosaurs ever found. In this forest, speed wasn't enough. You needed a secret weapon, too. A carcass on open ground is an invitation, and in ancient Madagascar, every predator from miles could smell it. Majungasaurus had short arms, nothing like the grasping claws of a tyrannosaur. For this animal, everything came down to the bite. Its skull was short, wide and reinforced, built not to slash, but to grip and crush. And when scientists studied bite marks left on bones recovered near Majungasaurus remains, the pattern told a disturbing story. The marks matched only one possible attacker in the entire region, another Majungasaurus. This became the first solid physical proof of cannibalism in a dinosaur. Not legend, not guesswork, but bite marks that fit only one killer. A predator willing to exploit any advantage never went hungry for long, and inland an entirely different kind of opportunity was building. This is Centrosaurus, a herd thousands strong, migrating inland to escape seasonal coastal flooding. Traveling in numbers protects the many, but it can doom the few. Waiting predators knew exactly what was coming. Ahead of the herd, a river already swollen by monsoon rain, about to become something far more dangerous than any hunter. When paleontologists later uncovered a mass graveyard of Centrosaurus bones packed along an ancient riverbed, they expected signs of a feeding frenzy. What the fossils actually showed was something far simpler and far more powerful. No predator did this. The real killer was the river itself. While giants fought for territory on land, an even more terrifying predator ruled the sea. Scientists nicknamed it Predator X, a pliosaur estimated at more than 15 meters long and roughly 45 tons. Its skull held something remarkable: internal passages that let it draw water through special nostrils, effectively smelling its prey from a distance, silently, without ever needing to see it. Its target? Fast ichthyosaurs. Based on flipper shape and muscle attachment, researchers calculate Predator X could reach roughly 5 meters per second, just enough speed to close the gap in open water. But size cuts both ways. In open water, nothing could outmatch it. In the shallows, that same massive body became a liability, turning a desperate sprint for the reef into the ichthyosaur's only real chance of survival. Even the ocean's greatest hunter had a line it couldn't cross. In Patagonia, paleontologists found something that rewrote the record books. A nesting ground stretching over 15 kilometers, holding tens of thousands of fossilized eggs, used continuously for hundreds of thousands of years. These eggs belonged to Argentinosaurus, one of the largest land animals to ever exist. Skeletal evidence suggests it reached 35 meters in length and weighed as much as 75 tons. And every single one of these giants hatched at around 5 kilograms, lighter than a house cat, and had to fend for itself immediately. No parent standing guard, no second chances. Growth studies on the embryos and adult bones reveal something almost unbelievable. Over roughly 40 years, these animals grew from 5 kilograms to over 75,000. At their fastest, they may have packed on up to 40 kilograms of body mass every single day. For years, scientists believed an animal this size had simply outgrown every threat. Then, in 2006, a discovery in the same region proved that theory wrong. Buried together in that Argentinian dig site were the remains of at least 7 individuals of a single predator species, different ages, different sizes, all in one place. Mapusaurus. The evidence pointed to something never confirmed before in a predator this size: coordinated group hunting. Alone, a Mapusaurus stood no chance against a fully grown Argentinosaurus. Together, even the largest land animal in Earth's history wasn't safe. Their teeth weren't built for one killing blow. They were built to slice away flesh in repeated strikes, meaning a single Mapusaurus could feed from a wound without finishing the kill, leaving the victim to be hunted again another day. Cooperation on this scale meant a group of predators, none of them individually capable of the kill, could bring down the single biggest animal ever to walk the earth. Not every dinosaur killer had teeth or claws. Some were far smaller and far deadlier. At a fossil site in Montana, researchers found the remains of multiple meat-eating dinosaurs, all along the edge of a stagnant ancient lake, all appearing to have died around the same time. The likely cause: botulism, a fast-acting toxin produced by bacteria that thrive in rotting flesh. It's the same kind of mass die-off still documented in scavenging birds today. Being willing to scavenge almost anything is usually an advantage: easy calories, low effort. But once a carcass is contaminated, that same advantage becomes a trap, passed silently to whatever feeds on it next. Some of the deadliest predators that ever lived weren't killed in battle at all. They were killed by something they never even knew was there. For a dinosaur guarding a nest, danger never really goes away. Small nest raiders were a minor nuisance, but against a larger threat, instinct took over, and running was never the answer. Fossil evidence from multiple nesting sites shows adults preserved in exactly this pose: wings spread, bodies curled protectively over their eggs, even in death. This wasn't coincidence. It's strong evidence that the instinct to guard and nurture a nest, something we associate with birds today, reaches back tens of millions of years into the age of dinosaurs. But not every threat could be fought off. At several nesting sites, researchers found parents still positioned exactly on their nests, with no sign they ever tried to run. Sometimes the greatest danger to a dinosaur wasn't a rival predator at all. It was the ground, the sky, or the air itself, turning lethal without a single warning. Every fossil in this story once looked like a dead end, a snapped bone, a strange groove, a scatter of skeletons in the mud. But pieced together, they tell us something no living witness ever could. Survival was never just about size or teeth or claws. It was about adapting to rising seas, hungry rivals, and invisible threats no animal could ever see coming. The dinosaurs that lasted longest weren't always the biggest. They were the ones that could bend without breaking. And somewhere out there, in rock that hasn't seen daylight in 90 million years, the next piece of this story is still waiting to be dug up. If this dig through the fossil record blew your mind, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because we've barely scratched the surface of what these bones have to say. Here's a question for you. Out of everything we covered today, the venom-toothed Sinornithosaurus, the pack-hunting Mapusaurus, or the sensor-snouted Spinosaurus, which one do you think was the deadliest? Drop your answer in the comments and let's argue about it down there. Thanks for digging through this with us. We'll see you in the next episode.